Unfortunately, the European agent I worked with was awful.
What did he do wrong? Didn't work?
Everything.
Like anything specific? I know there's a little bit of debacle we talked about.
Yeah, well, BS me, string me along, not sell me to good teams, basically take whatever the quickest way to get. Like how it works is like typically teams in Europe pay your agent when you sign a deal and it doesn't come out of your contract, or like the contract you get is a little less because the money they gave it to your agent. So he was just trying to get the quickest buck. And so the offers were not good. And so I ended up getting my own deal in Coventry.
The Blaze in the UK league.
Blaze in the UK league, which is it's a good league. It's between the East Coast and the American League in terms of skill. But it's kind of the league, it's changing now, but at that time it was kind of the league you go to towards like your end your career, not like create new opportunities. And I didn't know that.
The agent probably sold you on that?
No, the agent had nothing. Well, the agent didn't do anything. He tried to take credit for that contract, but it was actually David Brohl, who played former Leaf player, who was on the team with me, was recommended me to their coach, Danny Stewart, his buddies with
my co-host Wheeler.
Yeah. And so I got that. I created that deal, and then playing okay. Our team was not good, and we were going through like a tough string of games, and then I ended up getting released from there after a 3-game win streak, mind you, which is stupid, but 3-game win, they just released me and they're like, we don't, you're not going a separate way. I was the highest paid player on the team, it is what it is. And I got my little stick shift, wrong-sided car, called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I'm donezos. Done.
Was this before or after the gear issue?
This was at the same time. Them not letting me try.
Can we explain this? So they release you.
They released me, and I had all this custom gear like built for me, and they're like, "You're not taking it." They're like, and I was like, "Why not?" They're like, "Well, we're just assuming you're not going to play hockey again." I was like, "All right, so a weird thing to assume." So I had to like negotiate with it, and the problem was the owner and GM were too. That's whatever. I don't care. They're being too much of a cowards to come in and negotiate in my face. So Coach Stewart would talk to me and then go back and then come in. He was playing the middleman. They're like, "Okay, we can give you your pads, but not your chest protector, and we can give you one glove, but not this." And I bought anchor pegs for myself and the whole so to use in games. They're like, "Okay, since you bought the pegs, we can maybe give you your skates." And I just remember I was like, "Okay," and then our equipment guy there was pretty good, and I was like, "Eve, when Stewie comes back, can you just distract him for a second?" I just put as much stuff as I can I could in my bag. I didn't get everything, but
What did you not get?
Didn't get a chest protector. I didn't get pants.
You got the mask though?
No, didn't get the mask. That's the only mask in my career I don't have. I'm very curious of where that ended up, because I would buy it. I would pay a lot for it, whoever has it.
Why don't we turn this into a little clip? If you have Jamie's mask from playing the Coventry Blaze.
It's a Peaky Blinders mask. Can't miss it. Tommy Shelby's on one side, Blaze logo.
Throw a picture on the screen too.
Yeah, I should have a picture. And then the back plate, you have like my mom's cancer ribbon, like a lot of meaningful stuff. Don't have that. If you have it, reach out, because I will buy it from you.
But so the team doesn't let you take the chest, the pants, and the bucket. Everything else you got?
Everything else, I stole the skates.
So, but you talked to the EQ, and while
to distract them a little bit,
and you threw the skates in there. I
threw the skates in there, so I got the skates.
Which is so scummy of them to just do that.
It is scummy, and so I didn't know what to do. And so my girlfriend at the time was supposed to fly in, because it was right around Christmas. Had to cancel her trip. Wasn't able to get it refunded. Sweet, thanks.
How much was it?
It was like $2,000 on the flight.
So you lost $2,000 to cancel?
Oh yeah, I lost $2,000 to cancel. I didn't know if I should just stay in Europe, because I wanted to re-sign somewhere in Europe, if I should just stay or go home. And then I was like, I just don't want to be here. I need to leave. And so I went back home. Didn't really have much. Got a new agent, European agent. Also, I realized how horrible mine was, because the new one got me a lot of offers very quickly. I'm like, this is how it's supposed to work?
And also, the old agent shouldn't have you in a position where you're having to negotiate to get your sticks back and your pads back.
Oh, right? I definitely did not get any sticks, that's for sure.
You took no sticks as well?
Zero sticks. Definitely did not get sticks. But yeah, so a new agent had a few offers, it was good, and then I ended up having an opportunity in Cincinnati. Someone got hurt in Buffalo, and so there was an opening. And I was like, well, you know what, again, it was one of those ones look, we need a guy, we can't promise you much, but come in, Hauser's here, it's gonna be good. And I was like, you know what, I need the PHPA, I need the insurance, because I was living in the States at the time as a Canadian, didn't have insurance, so I was like, I need the insurance, you know what, let's just do it. Yeah, instead, you know, like cool, going to signing in Budapest would have been cool, but whatever, I was thinking like I need insurance for the summer. So I signed, took me a game or two to kind of get my footing under me, and then I started to play well. And then they ended up trading me to Brampton because Brampton needed someone to go on a run, and played, actually right before I was traded to Brampton, I talked to Joe Sean, head coach of Michigan Tech, and I was like, hey, I'm done. Like, can I come be the goalie coach in exchange for school? And he's like, as long as you are sure that you are done, we will make it happen. And as soon as they got the green light on that, I was like, then I knew I was done. And it kind of felt like a little bit of weight lifted off me. So I kind of like, then I went to Brampton and I was playing like carefree, and I was like, hey, let's just go on a run. Like,
this is house money.
Yeah, house money now. Obviously started playing well again, started feeling good again. And then obviously the pandemic happened and it shut it down, which is like, just like the story of my career, like something always goes wrong, you know? And so that was disappointing that it ended, because I was starting to feel good. We had a really good group of guys, and I feel like we could have probably went pretty deep, and it would have been nice. But coming full circle, I was able to play against Reading, my former team, beat them, and they were better than us, and beat them, and like things were going well. But yeah, that's how it came to an end. And then like the pandemic happened, the shutdowns, and then as soon as my student visa came in the mail, I just drove over and started goalie coaching right away. And I was not mentally ready for it, but I needed to do it.
Do you look back on anything that you wish you would have done differently or that you'd change? I know it's very wide.
Yeah. Like, would I definitely not been drafted? But that's kind of like, I would have said I would have not.
Can you decline that? Say, I don't want you to.
Pretty sure I could have. Like, when they called me, I could have said, please don't draft me. But you don't. Why would it? Like, you say that, and you're like, only superstars that don't want to go to a certain team say that. Like,
well, and if fans hear that, they'll also call you an Eric Lindros.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the inner workings of what we just explained. How you're such a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely turned down being drafted. Honestly, that would probably be a pivotal moment, because I would have signed to a team that was like genuinely wanted me. And then when a team wants you, you get opportunities because people have invested time and money and all these things into you. So when a team wants you, you get starts, you get opportunities, even when you're playing poorly.
You just explained Callum Booth, who was drafted.
Yeah.
They swapped you because they have to get him opportunities because they have more money invested in him.
And so you get that stuff when you're signed or drafted that way. And so that easily, hands down, I say that every time anyone asks, that's the one thing that I would change, because probably would have been a lot different. And I would have had more opportunity in like terms of growth and development, like they would have put time and effort into trying to get me better the way that other athletes and positions you get. Like, you'll see guys that are like high draft picks that don't pan out, that they get every single opportunity because it's an investment. We want return on your investment. I get it. I was a very late throwaway investment. There's no need. And so, like, if I was a free agent signing, that's a different story. A team's using a free agent pick on you. They're going to give you those opportunities until you drop the ball and they're like, okay, you're done. And so that's easily the one thing I would have changed.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We do a new podcast every single Sunday during the season called Sling the Biscuit. It is a non-mainstream hockey podcast. So we talk about my hockey career, the minor pros, Spain, the Fed, you name it, all the stuff that you won't hear in the mainstream news.
Music,
pop culture,
politics, a little bit.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.